Once upon a time, there was a very courageous boy named Tommy McGraw who wore the weight of the world on his shoulders.
Life changes forever as you start learning about how to deal with everything that comes with your son that has brain tumor and brain cancer. I'm Jake McGraw.
And I'm Lee McGraw.
I'm a soldier in the U.S. Army.
And I am a nurse in the Army. Jake and I have been married for 13 years. We met at Fort Bragg.
We're very blessed to have 3 good kids. Katie's our oldest, and she's 9. And Tommy's in the middle, and Tommy's 8. And Sydney is the baby, and the baby is now 6.
In March, Tommy was not acting like himself. He was very irritable, which is not his normal self. He's like, my head just hurt so bad. I had this gut feeling that there was something wrong. It was a 6-centimeter mass. That is huge in the size of a child's head.
So we made the decision, immediately to get him to Seattle Children's. We're planners, and this was something that you can't plan past. It's a faith and a family strength and a lean on each other type of an exercise. And as strong as the family as we have, this was outside of our realm. And when he went into surgery, that was the worst.
After we got the pathology report, probably about a week to 10 days later, that was when we were able to make some definitive decisions in terms of what the next steps were. I looked at the experience, the publications of people who were on MGH staff and their education, their training, and they were by far the best.
So in April, we fly the whole family across country to Boston so Tommy can be enrolled at Mass General Hospital for the Proton Therapy Center.
So an ependymoma is a brain tumor that commonly occurs in children. It is a very serious tumor, and we are now curing these patients. 4 out of 5 are cured, or 80% of the time, which is really fantastic. But it does take both a combined approach of surgery and radiation. Proton radiation therapy is a kind of treatment that helps kill the cancer cells, and it is targeted very precisely to the area that we needed to treat. Regular radiation therapy typically goes in the body, treats the tumor, and then exits the body. With protons, they go in at a relatively low dose, come to the area where the tumor is, and drop all of its dose to treat the tumor, and then there's no dose that exits beyond that. So a lot more normal tissue is spared using protons. Tommy was a superstar from day one. He just marched right up there, lied down on the table. And one thing that Tommy always brought with him, it's sort of his signature, was a stuffed animal shark that came to every treatment with him and every doctor visit.
Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's being afraid and still doing what needs to be done. And that is Tommy.
I don't know what helped me to be brave. I just was myself.
For Katie and Sydney, for Tommy's sisters, this has been difficult. And I would even say as difficult, maybe even more difficult on them than it has for Tommy. And I know that sounds strange. Tommy's the one that's had to fight the battle with cancer. There's no doubt about it. He's fought it extremely well. There's nothing to fight back against for them.
We all are working to make this the best experience for the child and for the family, because nobody envisioned in their worst nightmare that they would be here with their child who was diagnosed with cancer.
We tried to do routines. We had our big calendar on the wall at the hotel, and every Sunday night we projected out the week based on Tommy's proton beam schedule. The tutoring had to continue, their schoolwork had to continue on.
At Mass General, they take it to a whole new level with all of the activities for the kids. There was arts and crafts, there was the Hole in the Wall gang, where they were making everything out of duct tape that you could ever think of. And Lori, she uses music as therapy when she's working with either the patients or their siblings. So on the days when Lori was down in Proton Therapy Center, all you heard from the center itself was laughing and the singing and the drums and the guitars. That's stuff that you don't necessarily expect to find in a hospital. It is definitely a part of what they do there that makes it so, safe and secure for both the patients and their siblings, and that all feeds back into us, how we're able to do as parents.
It's Monday morning, and we are 3 months post Tommy's last radiation treatment, and we are on our way to go see Dr. Yak and Rachel over at MGH. It's great to see you.
Dr. Yak is absolutely amazing in her ability to connect both with parents and with patients, pediatric patients. And obviously her expertise in her field is remarkable.
Rachel was always smiling. She was what every nurse should strive to be, and her compassionate attitude, her caring for the patients and their extended family that was there. Just really a remarkable woman, remarkable professional.
At the end of the day, there was no doubt, neither of our minds, that we were in absolutely the best place in the country, if not the world, to have our son treated.
So once upon a time there was me. My name is Tommy McGraw. I am 8 years old. My favorite color is camouflage, and I am in 3rd grade.
And that's really how the story should end, is that Tommy is treated as a little 8-year-old boy who loves sports and who is not pitied because he's got cancer, because he doesn't pity himself. And I think that was how I would want the story to end.
And they all lived happily ever after.
They did.
That's how the story ends.